a trend that is going in the wrong direction. New numbers show more than half of all children living in the city of Detroit have fallen below the poverty line. According to data released by the U.S. Census Bureau in September, 51% of children living in 2024 in Detroit were living in poverty. That is triple the national average. Overall, the poverty rate in Detroit is up to 34%. That includes everyone. That makes Detroit the poorest city in the country with more than 500,000 people. Joining me now is Dr. Luke Shaefer from the University of Michigan. He's one of the nation's leading experts on poverty and social welfare. Dr. Shaefer, thanks so much for joining us. And this stat, pretty shocking in contrast to the narrative that Detroit is having a major comeback right now, which it is in many ways. What do you think changed in Detroit between 2023 and 24 to push the child poverty rate up to 51%?
Yeah, as you said, it's a sobering trend. We have still seen progress since 2013. We were at 59% at that point, and we made a lot of progress over the years. But in the last year, we jumped over that really important symbolic number of 50%, so 1 in 2 kiddos. I think it's because of the labor market, and we went from having a really, really strong labor market to starting to slacken, and inflation, that people are really struggling with the cost of housing and food.
Yeah, stuff that's happening across the country and hitting Detroit especially hard. Put this in perspective for us. How does Detroit's situation compare with some other major cities?
Yeah, so we're 3 times the national average, as you all saw, and one of the very highest. I think we're the highest in the Midwest and one of the very highest across the country. So I think the thing that is really concerning is that we really had made a lot of progress. We were down to a 43% poverty rate. And that's been inching up the last couple of years as we've seen inflation increase and we've seen the cost of these essentials go up. So Detroit was really headed in the right direction. And then last year and this year, I would say we're sort of moving again in the wrong one. Okay,
so you're talking about potentially moving back in the right direction. Any signs of momentum or signs of hope in reversing this trend in the coming years so this can become just a blip and not an ongoing bad trend?
Well, I think a lot of the investments that Detroit has made are going to really be good things in the next couple of years. We've seen a lot of increase in housing asset and housing wealth, especially among long-term Detroiters. A lot of the scaffolding is there, but if the overall national economy and the state economy continues to inch towards higher unemployment, and if things like tariffs continue to increase the costs, I think we're headed into a couple of years where things are going to move in the wrong direction, unfortunately.
Okay, if there was something you could direct the dollars to specifically, one thing to tackle to address this issue, where would you invest that time and money?
Well, investing in children is the right thing to do. It pays off over the long term. And I've gotten to be a part of a program called RX Kids that provides cash support to pregnant women and infants in the city of Flint. And we've seen really incredible improvements in birth outcomes and reduced housing insecurity, reduced evictions. And I think it would be incredible to bring that program to the city of Detroit.
All right, Dr. Shaefer, thanks so much for your insight, and hopefully the leaders and our new mayor come next year will be able to tackle these issues and turn this trend around. We really appreciate your time this evening.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.